Good morning, students. Today we are going to take up the topic of formal communication. This topic is prescribed in the syllabus of BCA, BBA and BA first year. So let's begin. First of all, we should know what is formal communication. So let's define it. The formal communication is the exchange of official information that flows along the different levels of the organizational hierarchy and conforms to the prescribed professional rules, policies, standards, processes, and regulations of the organization. Now, this means that formal communication is the communication when we are using or transferring our ideas or messages in a professional environment. Next comes the forms of formal communication. They are downward formal communication, upward communication, horizontal communication, and diagonal communication. Now, what is downward communication? Downward communication is being called when information is passing from the management level to the subordinate level. This means we are coming down towards from the top level towards the lower level. So it can be either written or oral. For example, your report writing, emails, letters, manuals, they are all used as the communication tool in downward communication. Upward communication. Now, when the message passes from the subordinate level to the higher level or the top authorities, then it is known as upward communication. Now, the message here can flow in the form of requests, reports, suggestions, complaints, and instructions. Then comes horizontal communication. It is also known as lateral communication. When the co-workers with different areas of responsibility, they are working on the same position, same level in the organization, when they convey the message or receive the message within among themselves, it is known as horizontal or lateral communication. For example, when the managers of a different departments, they receive or send message to each other, like in the marketing department or finance department, production or HR department, this is known as lateral or horizontal communication. Then comes diagonal or crosswise communication. Now here in diagonal and crosswise communication, employees of different departments at different levels, they communicate with each other irrespective of the chain of command. Means it is known as crosswise communication. Now this communication occurs between the floor manager and the sales team. So let's now discuss something about advantages of formal communication. First advantage can be, because it is official communication, it is very binding and effective. It is generally written, so there is less possibility of any ambiguity or misunderstanding. Again, because it is written, it can be preserved. It can be used as a legal document or a proof, and it can also be used as future reference. Then it becomes the responsibility of the sender and the receiver. As it is official, it is less time consuming, and it is helping to maintain an overall control on the employees, because it is coming out from authority to subordinate relationship. Then comes the disadvantages of formal communication. Now here, when we talk about the disadvantages, the scope is limited because it is limited within the boundaries of the department. So it uses stereotype language, So sometimes what happens, we fail to convey the real meaning which we intend to give. Then lack of explanation also leads to confusion. It sometimes becomes less effective where professional guidance and motivations are necessary, and because it is an official procedure, so formalities requires much time and money. Upward communication are lesser in communication in comparison to informal communication here. That means that employees have to obey what the authority is desiring. So in conclusion, we can say that formal communication flows through structured path. It is official and formal in nature. It is mainly in writing, but sometimes verbal communication can also take place, and it requires sanction of higher authority. So, this is all about formal communication. Thank you.